Paradox Rift is out, and to be fair, this set is actually doing better than expected, mainly because, well, it's a large set, has incredible cards in it, to be fair. I mean, beautiful, stunning cards, and I think this set will hold quite well, and I think that people are overlooking it. Everyone's still excited and hyped on 151, which is understandable, and with the new set dropping at the beginning of next year, people are kind of skipping over Paradox Rift. But what are the pull rates like? At the end of the day, pull rates make or break a set. If they're too good, the cards will drop in value and it becomes less desirable to open the set. But if they're too bad, then it can put people off wanting to try and even open it. So let's find out what is going on with Paradox Rift pull rates. Now before we get into this, Paldea Evolved, I think is going to be quite similar to Paradox Rift, because Paldea Evolved, huge set, tough pull rates. Obsidian Flames, the opposite, small set, easy pull rates. Cards become pretty bad in value, whereas Iono is holding good and other cards are holding well in Paldea Evolved. I do feel like Paradox Rift could be in that same ballpark, basically, but I don't know. Let's see what we have here regarding the pull rates. Alright, so Paradox Rift pull rate. So it says here, secret rare hit rate, chance of opening at least one hyper rare, one special illustration rare, one illustration rare, and one ultra rare is 17%. That's low. I hate to break it to you, that is low. Let's get into everything that's going on with this, because this is a bit insane. We're going to compare this to a couple of other sets to give you guys a bit of an idea as well. But let's get into the pull rates and then we'll compare it to some others. So Paradox Rift pull rate. So we got the hyper rare, which is the gold cards. Any hyper rare is 1 in 82 packs, so more than 2 booster boxes to get a single gold card. To get a specific one, we're looking at 576. You're going to be waiting a while if you're after one in particular. Then we got the special illustration rares. To be fair, I think special illustration rares in this set are fantastic. Roaring Moon, my favorite, absolutely amazing. 1 in 47, so we're looking about 1.5 booster boxes to get a special illustration rare. There are a lot of them, I will say that. There is a lot of special illustration rares in this set, so to get the specific one you want, it's going to be tough, and as you can see, it is 1 in 712. You know, 712. You're looking at nearly, 20 booster boxes? Mad. Absolutely crazy. Then we have illustration rares, 1 in 13. So that's not too bad. We look at maybe 2 to 3 a box. And then a specific one, 1 in 442. Again, huge pull. That Groudon, beautiful. But the pool of cards this is like Paldea Evolved all over again. The pool of cards is so large. To get the specific one you want is going to be super tough. And then the ultra rares, we have 1 in 15 packs. So we're looking at about 2 per booster box. That's basically full art, so full art trainers or full art Pokemon EXs. And then for specific, 1 in 421. This is crazy, like absolutely crazy. This set's rough. And then we got double rares, so normal EXs, 1 in 6 packs. So you're going to be getting about, on average, 6 per 5, maybe 5 to 6 per booster box. I mean, that's not too bad. Booster boxes that I've seen at the moment, you're probably looking at around about, on average, around 11 or so hits, which seems to be the same compared to all the other Scarlet and Violet era sets. But if you want a specific EX or a double rare, you're looking at 1 in 128 packs. It's absolutely crazy. So 17%. Let's keep that in mind when we compare it to a few other sets and their pull rates. So let's take a look at Paldea Evolved to give us an idea. So this set is 18%. And we know how tough it is to get the cards we want from Paldea Evolved, but 18%. That's to get a secret rare hit. Now this is where things get really crazy. So the Iono, to get the big Iono, is 1 in 480 packs to get the specific Iono card. Let's take a look at the Roaring Moon. It says here 1 in 712 to get a specific one you want. It doesn't have to be Roaring Moon, it could be any specific special illustration rare. That is absolutely crazy. And then we look at, say, a gold card, right? It says gold cards in general. So let's take a look at what the odds are, right? So for a hyper rare, so we're looking at gold, was 1 in 57 packs. Paradox Rift for gold is 1 in 82 packs. A lot more difficult. Special illustration rares in Paldea Evolved was 1 in 32 packs. And then in Paradox Rift, it's 1 in 47. So it's a lot more difficult to get a special illustration rare. Then an illustration rare in Paldea was 1 in 13 packs. In Paradox Rift, it's 1 in 13. So that's about the same. And then an ultra rare is 1 in 15 in Paldea, and there's 1 in 15, which is the same again in Paradox Rift. And then a double rare in Paradox Rift is 1 in 6, and then in Paldea Revolt it was 1 in 7, so that was slightly tougher in Paldea Revolt. But overall, it is a lot harder to get the cards that you want in Paradox Rift. It is absolutely crazy. Right, let's now compare Paradox Rift to Obsidian Flames. Okay, Obsidian Flames. You want to get the big boy Charizard, 1 in 216. You want any of the specific special illustration rares, 712. So if we're looking at this, secret hit rate for Obsidian Flames was 18%. Okay, so if you wanted to get a hyper rare, we're looking at 1 in 52 packs, which is lower, easier to get than in Paradox Rift at 1 in 82. Special illustration rare was 1 in 32 packs compared to 1 in 47 packs in Paradox Rift. Illustration rares was 1 in 13 compared to 1 in 13. So cool, that's the same. Ultra rares was 1 in 15, and in Paradox Rift they're 1 in 15, which is the same. And then double rares is 1 in 6, and the double rares is 1 in 7 for Obsidian Flame. So quite similar, that the lower end rarities are the same, but to get those special illustration, to get the specific card you want, to get the gold cards is so much more difficult. Obsidian Flames, we knew how easy Obsidian Flames is to get those incredible pull rates. Prices, values of the cards falling through the floor. Paradox Rift is super tough. It is the hardest set in the Scarlet and Violet era by far to get the pull rates that you want. You know, and let's take a look at a set from Sword and Shield. Let's look at Astral Radiance, okay? Now, Astral Radiance, obviously the rarities are slightly different, but we can get a rough estimate of what's really going on compared to the two sets. So the hit rate to pull a V or better was 32%. Now, we saw that quite high hit rate percentage in the Trainer Gallery era set. So Brilliant Stars, Astral, Lost Origin, Silver Tempest, and of course Crown Zenith all have very good pull rates. I mean, per box, you were probably getting about 15 hits on average, which was incredible. And then Crown Zenith was basically 1 in every 2 packs you got a hit. So it was very, very good. Whereas in Scarlet and Violet, we're looking around about an average of 11, so you're slightly getting less hits. It's still better than old Sword and Shield. Old Sword and Shield era sets, on average per box, was like 7-8 hits a box. So you're getting more. Still tough though. Still tough. So Astral Radiance, I'll give you an example. The Art Dialga specifically is 864. Very, very tough to pull that card. And then you have the Palkia at 665. Things were still quite tough to get certain cards in the Sword and Shield era, still compared to Scarlet and Violet, especially when you look at things like the Gold Dialga and Gold Palkia, 1 in 1,440 packs. I mean, that is ridiculous. Even the Machamp is 1 in 1,234. So those big, heavy-hitting alt arts and cards were very, very tough. I mean, look at the Sneasler, 2,160 packs. That was Sword and Shield. A bit different to Scarlet and Violet, so we kind of have to compare Scarlet and Violet era sets with each other. And to be honest, it is really tough. Now, we know the 151 pull rates can be quite tough, but how do they compare to Paradox Rift? Alright, let's look at 151. We know 151 doesn't have the easiest of pull rates. Let's take a look at this. So, gold cards, hyper rare, 1 in 51 packs for a gold. Paradox Rift, 1 in 82. Okay, Paradox Rift is harder. Now let's look at special illustration. Paradox Rift, we're looking at 712. Special illustration for 151 is 225. Bit easier. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a bit more expensive to open up 151, but still, this is the way it is, right? Illustration rare, 1 in 12. We have 1 in 13 for Paradox Rift. Then we have ultra rares, 1 in 15. Ultra rares, 1 in 16. Okay, and then double rares in 151 is 1 in 8 compared to 1 in 6 in Paradox Rift. Again, the lower rarities are a little bit kind of similar and a bit easier in Paradox Rift, but it's those top ones, those special illustrations, those golds. It is incredible. It is going to be a big factor in the value of these big money chase cards, because we ain't gonna find them. Now we're just gonna have a quick glimpse at 3 cards from this set. Roaring Moon, right? We talked about how difficult it is to pull these special illustration rares. $107, but look at this chart, guys. It has been going up right off the bat. It is getting harder and harder to pull. Well, now we've already pulled it on stream, which is fantastic. But this card, we're looking at $75. Look at it now, $107. It is on the climb, and I expect it to go up even more. This is a stunning card, and the pull rates show. We're going to see this all the way through, I think, with Paradox Rift. This is a set you've got to keep an eye on in the future, because we had this with Fusion Strike. Look what happened with Fusion Strike. Booster boxes were super cheap for a very long time. People didn't really care. I didn't even care. Then look what happened. Alt Art Gengar, incredible. Espeon, incredible. Hold value, very difficult to get hold of. And I think this set may follow suit. We talk about illustration rares. We saw it in Paldea Evolve with the Magikarp, the Tyranitar holding really good value. Big boy Groudon, my boy Groudon, is doing incredibly well. $37 for a normal illustration rare. We go back and we can see, right, when it came out, $10. 37. What is going on? Actually, it was 40 at one point. This is absolutely incredible. Things are going mental for, you know, Paradox Rift. And then we have the Iron Valiant. Again, another big chase card from the set. One of my favorite cards from the set as well. $56. It's gone up a little bit. It was around 50, and it's kind of trickled around a little bit. So not quite as crazy as some of the others, but I do expect it to climb over time. Look, we had it with 151. A lot of the single card price 151 were rising because of how tough the pull rates are. This set is even harder. Expect rises to continue. So there you have it, guys. Those are the pull rates of Paradox Rift. Tough. The toughest set so far in the Scarlet and Violet era. Obsidian Flames is a prime example when pull rates are too good. It's not really worth opening. It's not really going to get a good, not say return on your money, but good value for your money. You know, not necessarily everything we need to sell make money, but just really to get your money's worth, it's not that great. Whereas Paldea Evolve, you have a chance to get some really nice, valuable and hard to find cards, and you feel better when you get these really tough cards to pull. I mean, look at the Moonbryon from Evolving Skies. I mean, we've just pulled it recently for the first time in 2 years. It's crazy, right? But you feel so good when you pull it, and it's just one of those things. But if everything was easy, it's not that special. So I'm really happy that the pull rates are tougher. You know, it makes it more of a chase, but we got to keep an eye on Paradox Rift. Do not forget about it. Do not ignore it. Just because 151 is out and around now and it's doing really well, Paradox Rift, Dark Horse, don't forget about it. But if you made this far into the video, guys, and you've enjoyed it, make sure to smash the like button. Of course, make sure you subscribe for more Pokemon content. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. And let me know down in the comments what are your thoughts about the pull rates of Paradox Rift. You care about this set? Have you opened up much product? What are your thoughts? And what are your experiences with the pull rates? I mean, so far we pulled the Roaring Moon, hey, and the Groudon. I'm pretty happy. You know, so that was incredible. If you want to know what the biggest selling booster boxes are right now on TCG Player, then make sure to click on this video right here. And if you want to watch more Pokemon content, guys, you know what to do. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright, guys, that's it from me in this video. As always, you guys are legends. I'll see you in the next one.